Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, March 11th. Time again for some everyday thoughts. Thank you for being here. I want to return to a theme that we discussed last week, that is being vulnerable. And one of the topics I wanted to touch on last week, didn't have the opportunity then, but I want to do it today, is this whole issue of vulnerability and single mothers. See, our single moms, particularly in our Christian environment, are in a very difficult place because their singleness can be the result, and typically is the result of something negative happening. Even if they did the right thing to place themselves in this place of singleness, even if they were abandoned, or some cases it's death, some cases it's just very harsh, cruel behavior. Sometimes it was just poor counsel. Sometimes they've come to Christ after a period of struggle and disobedience or difficulties, and then found out the right way. Whatever the situation they're in, they are alone in ways that they never planned on being, in ways they never dreamed on being. But they're still facing all the pressures of life that any family would have to deal with. There's a need for protection. There's a need for provision. There's the need for handling all the many relational aspects that come up during the day as children grow and mature. But instead of being able to have two parents working together with it, single mom is it. She's got to take care of everything by herself. And she may appear to have it together during the day. She may appear to be strong. She may be balancing issues of a career and family and all the things that come into family life in seemingly okay way. But when she's alone at night, it's a very challenging place, because she's alone, but she's not alone. Her thoughts from the past are always there. These little ones that she's seeking to raise for God and honor Him, they're always there. Her own failures are always there. And being single, often there's no way for any sort of meaningful balance and healing to come. No encouragement. See, single moms are just like the rest of us. They're not perfect. They have issues. They sin. They get angry. They get hurt and mad just like anyone else does. The difference is there's no one else there to work through this with them or to be supportive of them. So in some ways, they become their own worst enemy because they're feeling that weight of how they've failed. When in reality, often these women are doing heroic things, but there's no encouragement on a practical level. So as a church, as Christians, if you know a single mom, reach out to her, not to tell her how to do things, but trust her. She's a bit at work at these things. She's been figuring out a plan. It may not be a perfect plan, but it's the only plan that she can work with. Find out ways to support that. Don't try and rechange and reroute and redo everything that she needs. She already knows that she's struggling. The best thing you can do for her is to be supportive. Help her through the areas where she needs help. Maybe she could be doing it better. But you're not the person to step in and do that for her. Support her where she is so that she will feel a sense of security with you and see an example in you. Well, she will reach out to you. That vulnerability is there. Psalm 62 that we talked about so much last week. God is our place of safety. Only in Him is found safety. Not in your advice, not in my advice, and not in changing the single mom circumstances. She struggles with desires. She struggles with just feeling abandoned and alone and inadequacy. Remind her of the faithfulness of Christ. I'm going to come back to this tomorrow and just play with this at least one day, maybe 2 more days. The best thing you can do for a single mom is to be appreciative of her, to encourage her with Christ's goodness, and to find out practical ways that you can help on her terms, not yours and mine. She may not do it exactly the way that you've done it. Your way might even be better, but that's not the point. She's the one that has to live through it. Support her, encourage her, let her know that she is appreciated and loved in Christ. Pray for her, and be her friend on God's terms, and don't try and remake her. Just be an encouragement to her. That's a start. I'll have a few more practical things tomorrow. But single moms are an important part of our church community. Let's work to support them and realize that God has given us this great opportunity to reach out, encourage them, and expand the kingdom, and appreciate their contribution that they make every day. We'll get back to this tomorrow. Thanks so much for being here, and thank you for your encouragement. Many of you do give me that, and I appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you want. Tell others about it. But God has good things for us to do. Let's rejoice in that. Thanks so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.